Hello guys, and welcome back to episode 3 of Really Awesome Plays Civilization Beyond Earth Rising Tide. When we left off the last time, we were moving our small navy up towards Dangai with an eye on Gyeongsang, which we were hoping to capture and eliminate this the Chungsu from the game completely. We had 3 cities up: Farjin, Deep Castle and Isle Muir. In this episode, I want to kind of make a small plan about where our cities are going to end up finally, with an eye on making sure they have this 3-tile radius around the city on good resources, and also like the moving the cities and how I want to go about that. I also want to get some workers up and continue our navy. We have a worker at the moment being built in Deep Castle, it'll be ready in 1 turn. We have a worker being built in Isle Muir, which will take 4 turns, and currently Farjin is building an old earth relic. So yeah, let's dive straight into it. Our 2 cities can attack aliens, but to be honest, I'm not too interested in doing that just yet. It's a bit more aggro than I'm ready for at this stage. So next turn. This morning I have my coffee instead of tea. It is quite early over here in Seattle. So Gyeongsang just sent up a satellite, most likely a solar collector from some expedition. So our submarine should be in place in a turn or 2, I think. Some more notifications that we can bomb aliens, which is definitely not what we shall be doing. With another quest decision, so plus 15 hit points from clinics or plus 1 health from clinics. I'm going to go for the plus 1 health because we are going to be expanding quite rapidly. We have to choose production in Deep Castle. Moving the city is still at 4 turns, which is not ideal. So I'm actually going to build 1 more submarine before we build any new buildings, because I do want to have at least 1 unit in this area in case a disaster happens over here. So our submarine, our small navy, is getting ready to move near to Dangai. Our cutter can just move along the coast perhaps, have a look what's up here. And our next submarine can also move up. Oh, our cutter up north, I completely forgot about this fellow. So we found the Al-Falah. These are one of the new races in Rising Tide. They are, from what I've played against them so far, they tend to go into the Harmony affinity, so we will most likely become besties as the game goes on. And they are relatively near to what I would term our channel, so I might have my eye on them for later expansion. So with the cities, I need to start thinking about where I want to move them shortly. I think with Deep Castle we shall do kind of a clockwise loop around this small island here, and finally end with our city in this spot here. I think we get a lot of the resources, although here might be even better. So yeah, but for now I want to start the worker, improving some of these tiles. But the thing to remember when you're moving cities, if I build a tile improvement here and the city moves, it'll actually destroy that tile improvement. So just to keep in mind where we are going to move the city, so I don't actually double the work for myself later. And over here we're going to get a work barge up on the next turn. So our expedition with our explorer is finished, and we got a 44 culture, which is fantastic. A couple of turns away from a new virtue, which is always nice. And a resource pod here, which is great. We'll move our cutter back here. Oh, well, it's still a patrol boat, it's not quite a cutter yet. Let's see what is happening up at the northern side of the map. Found an alien nest. Our workers ready to improve this coral with a work barge, so there we go. Our explorer now is out of expedition module, so I am going to send it back to resupply. Our submarines are almost in place. I'm going to move them up to the north a bit. So maybe 3 more turns we can begin to start attacking Dangai. The submarine can actually move perhaps 1 more tile, yes. And next turn. Our research, we're still working on alien life forms with an eye to developing our Harmony affinity. I really need to get these units to begin leveling up. It will absolutely offer us a strategic advantage later. So that submarine is fine. This fellow can move to here. And our final submarine is in place for the next turn. So on the next turn we shall begin to harass Dangai. Move our cutter over here. And we need to choose production in Farjan. And in Farjan I'm going to start working on a clinic, I think, yes. So with Farjan as well, same story as with Deep Castle, we need to begin to think where we would like to move it. Certainly this titanium is nice, Xenomass over here as well. Up to the north there is some interesting stuff, but nothing too groundbreaking. So perhaps just a kind of a small loop around this area here would be good with Farjan. I think again we'll begin in the clockwise rotation. I'm not quite sure where I will finish this city, but we don't need to really worry about that too much for now. So we do have a unit that needs orders, one of our subs, and we will skip the turn with our cutter, and our cutter up to the north can continue exploring this area. And our cities can bomb aliens again, but like I said, I'm not too worried about that. So this is the end of the turn. Coming into turn 55, I think around turn 100 I would like to begin harassing the aliens and clearing the nests and all of that stuff. Hopefully we have our war with Changsu finished by turn 100, I would hope. But we get to develop a virtue, which is fantastic. We can take adaptive sciences, which is plus 20% affinity earned from researching technologies. So we are currently researching alien life forms, which gives us traditionally it would give you 20 affinity towards harmony, but this will actually give us 24, so that's almost 2 levels of affinity progress. Well, in the later levels. Right now it's just we need 3 more for level 1. So choose production in Almur, which just finished a worker. Over here I think we are also going to build a clinic, and we shall begin our war with Changsu. So we're going to range bomb this city of Dangai. It's asking, do we want to declare war? This means war. Yes, we do. So he's not too impressed. We shall leave our patrol boat there for now. Let's continue to range bomb Dangai. And again. So that should be takeable on the next turn. I am actually going to raise that city to the ground once I do capture it. Dig in a bit, see what they throw at me defensive wise. I'm going to skip the turn on the patrol boat. Our patrol boat to the north can continue exploring. I usually find we're still in the early game obviously, but in the kind of late early game that there's still resource pods left at the north and the south of the map. So speaking of which, I noticed this resource pod here, but I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. But for now, I think we will just check what tiles Almur is working. So they're working one to the northeast and one to the southwest. So we'll move our worker to the southwest and get them ready to build an improvement on the next turn. I'm going to move the camera over Changsu to see what they do in retaliation to our attack. So they have some units here. They have one gunboat, excuse me, and they also have a ranger. But that is no real issue. I'll make sure I can move this fellow in one turn. Yes, I can. So we will begin to bomb this city. That should be enough to... Yes, our patrol boat can now come and capture the city. Over here we have 2 more gunboats and a submarine also. And we shall raise the city, which should be relatively fast to destroy, I think. Seeing as it is 5 turns usually, so yes, indeed 5 turns. We need to worry about these gunboats, so I'm not sure how I want to approach this, but I think I will begin by moving my navy around to the north. See if anyone is in range. I know they're not, but it's worth a check. Hello, is this unit in range? Submarine is here? No, it doesn't appear to be. That is okay, so we will skip turn and hope for the best. Now, I think technically Changsu could actually instantly recapture that city, but we shall see. On this tile on the reef outside of Almur, we're going to build a farm to help with the population growth. And we're going to hold our breath as we go to the next turn. Changsu getting ready to bomb Dangai. They're all ranged ships, so he can't actually capture this back unless he brings a naval unit here. Or a naval melee unit, I should say. Which it looks like he is. So this is our new priority now, this cutter over here. I'm not too worried about the city of Dangai. If he has no melee units, he can't actually capture the city. So yes, we will... Firstly, we will bomb with this fellow and see how much damage we do. Yes, so we should be able to kill this with 2 submarine assaults. That's the plan anyway, at least. Yes, indeed. So that is the foremost threat killed. I shall put this fellow on alert. Our patrol boat in Dangai can heal until the next turn. Our patrol boat up north can continue exploring. We need to choose production in Dangai, which doesn't matter because it's burning to the ground. And we have a quest decision, so we can either get +1 energy from, or +3 energy from thorium reactors, a +1 production. I'm going to go for +3 energy. A thorium reactor is an energy production or building upgrade you can build in your cities. So I think getting an additional +3 energy there makes sense. So there we go, quest complete. And we shall move on to the next turn. So then Guy about to 4 more turns and it shall burn to the ground. I do want to begin pressuring the units to the south of Dangai. Changsu moves up another cruiser and an armor, which we should be able to kill with this submarine, hopefully. We should move our submarine to... It's a bit risky, so I won't just do that quite yet. I'll begin to bomb their submarine for now. And I'll actually prepare my navy on these tiles over here should the rover or the armor even try to land on this tile, which I would imagine it will. So we did gain veterancy on one of our units, and we shall upgrade the strength of the unit. And we get to choose production in Deep Castle. So Deep Castle just finished a submarine, which is fantastic. We shall get the submarine to fortify in Deep Castle. Our explorers also returned and restocked its expedition even module. Our submarine outside of Dangai can go on alert. You can also go on alert. Our patrol boat in Dangai can fortify, and our patrol boat to the north can continue exploring. And that is the end of this turn. Oh, sorry, we have to choose production in Deep Castle, which we shall get a recycler, I think, which adds +2 production, which would be a good idea, I think. I'll move our camera back over here, over Changsu, see what he gets up to. So they're just going to continue range bombing Dangai, which is fine for now. This is the only tile really that I'm worried about. They don't seem to have any melee military. Oh, excuse me, I was incorrect. And we actually lost a unit in this one because they were in the city. I wonder how they did actually capture that. Let's go over here and have a quick look. Oh, they must have moved the armor into the city itself. That seems... I wasn't sure they could do that, but that's okay. You can't win every battle you enter. So our submarine is spotted, so we shall move it back over here and continue to ranged attack. This submarine, I want them grouped together, so I will move it over here. So yeah, I guess we lost 1 unit, but I plan on draining Changsu's military now. So hopefully that will be a relatively quick process. We shall move our worker onto this tile for now. We may as well build a farm, I'm sure we will use it at some stage. And yeah, we shall continue turn and make sure my navy is okay up here. They seem to be fine. We are in range of another cruiser. I might have one of my submarines continue to bomb Dangai, so they don't move their naval force away from these two cities. So the thing with a submarine is if you are right beside a unit, you will actually see this eye symbol on the map. That means we are spotted. So I shall move to here, range bomb this unit. I shall move this unit to here, range bomb again, and this unit to here. We'll put some pressure on Dangai. Also gain the veterancy upgrade there, which I should have done beforehand, but that is okay. We can do it at the start of the next turn. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on up here to the north. I think in retaliation to that we are going to need a new naval melee unit, but I won't worry about that quite yet. I'm going to worry about draining their military presence first. But I think over here in Isle Muir we are going to purchase a submarine, so we have some kind of advanced warning system down here in the south channel, so they decide to move through. We can bomb some aliens, but I'm not going to do that, so end of turn. I'm a bit disappointed that we lost the melee unit here in Dangai, but that's okay. You can't win them all, I guess. We shall continue to harass their military force outside of Dangai. Veterancy on 2 units, so we shall pick the strength bonus on both. And move the submarine to back 1 square and range bomb their units outside of Dangai. And this fellow can actually steer ways and range bomb as well. So we've only 3 units, but the submarines are quite helpful, as they are very difficult to pin down unless you are right beside them. So I'm going to use that quite early. I shall get our submarine to move over to here, so we have some advanced warning system in place. In a life form, still 16 turns away, but it's going to make a big difference to our military strength when that is complete. Like even these units, these cruisers are a level up from the cruiser equivalent that I can build, which is, I mean, it is what it is, but we shall continue to range attack this fellow, and this should be the kill here with this unit, I hope. And yes, indeed. So our patrol boat up on the northern side of the map can continue to do a bit of exploration. We're going to eventually move that patrol boat back in here to rendezvous with our submarine unit. It is very fast, so that should be good. So here in Isle Muir, I'm going to just do a quick check what tiles this city is working, and to the north as well. So we shall move our worker up there in preparation. We have production in Fargen. I just finished a clinic, and I think next, yes, I'm also going to build the recycler. Very soon as well I want to start working on these drone commands, because that essentially adds 2 population to a city. But Fargen, I'm just noticing, does not have a worker, so that is actually what we're going to do first in Fargen. Next turn, we shall move the map over to Dangai again. Dangai really throwing their military units at us now. This armor is on the water, which makes it a lot weaker. So I'm going to bomb the hell out of that. Hopefully this will be the kill. No, it'll take 2 attacks. So we shall bomb with 2 subs. And move our 3rd sub. Oh, sugar. We should move it back here and hope for the best. Our patrol boat, we can autopath down to the south of this channel that we're in. And we need to choose production in Isle Muir. In Isle Muir, just finished the clinic. We should also begin then working on a recycler. Our expedition, or our explorer even, needs orders, so we shall begin to move them. I'm tempted to begin to work these expeditions down here, so I think yes I will. I'll actually move down to Lando so we get a bit of vision as well. We hope we don't lose our submarine on this turn. I don't think we will, but it's hard to know. Nope, all seems well. So we're going to try and take down some more of the cruisers, the Chungsu cruisers outside of Dangai. Our second, or our 4th submarine, our 2nd force, I guess, can continue to move towards the remainder of our force. We shall harass this cruiser a bit. This fella can't do much, so I'm actually going to just range attack this worker outside of Dangai. slow them down somewhat. On the plus side, all this time it's taking us to kill and capture these cities, Zhongshan is expanding, so there's a lot of improvements on these tiles that we will get for free when we do eventually take Zhongshan. So Deep Castle just finished its recycler, and I think we will begin to move Deep Castle to this tile over here. One of our units needs orders, our expedition, or our explorer even. Expedition carrier, I guess I could refer to him as. Our workers in place to build another farm outside of Islemuir, which will grow in 1 turn, which is fantastic. And we shall end the turn. Quick sip of my coffee. I do find usually when I'm playing civilization games in general, when I am in some kind of conflict, I tend to really focus and prioritize that conflict, which I think overall is a bit short-sighted, so I'm trying to get out of that habit somewhat. So we do have a quest decision, which we shall look at first. So 10% worker speed or +1 food from recyclers. Food is definitely better in that case. So we shall continue to bomb this cruiser with our submarines. Fantastic, and that should be dead on the next turn. And with our final submarine, we shall kill this worker. Our worker outside of Deep Castle is now finished, and we shall begin to move it onto this algae to improve with a work barge. Additional energy is always nice. Aliens all around us here, so we shall move this way. I'm very uncomfortable with this position that our explorer is in, but there is not a whole lot we can do. So just having a look at our notifications, quest complete. Aliens we can bomb, no thank you, and Islemuir has grown. So fantastic. All going well. That melee naval unit loss was a bit of a hit, but that's okay. We can always replace our navy. I think one thing with the aquatic cities is they take twice as long to build aircraft and land units, but their time to produce naval units is halved, so that is actually fantastic. If we could move this fellow, if we could somehow move these guys to assault this but also kill this, that would be ideal, but we cannot seem to do that, so let's continue eroding them down piece by piece. To be frank, I wasn't expecting them to have such a large military force so early in the game, but that is okay. We're going to move out of this area and try and do a loop around to this progenitor rune. Nothing else really we can do in this turn. A Deep Castle will be finished moving on the next turn, so we shall skip to the next turn. We have our camera back over here over Chengsu. Let's see what's going on. Got a new quest, kill 1 siege worm. We won't be doing that for a long time. The longer this battle is drawing out, I'm really beginning to reconsider whether I should actually capture Dangai, but we shall see. Submarine in the south can continue moving. We gained veterancy on 2 of our units, so we shall upgrade their attack strength once again. This fellow can begin to bomb the other cruiser, I think this is over here. Yes, indeed it is a cruiser. So they do have quite a bit of units around here now, but that's okay. Gives us targets to aim at. We shall continue to kill this worker because he's actually going to give them line of sight, or I should say reveal our submarine units if we move them too close, which is not ideal. Move our explorer over here with the aims of trying to sneak through here, but I'm not too confident in that. Deep Castle finished moving, so we shall begin to build I think even another patrol boat in Deep Castle. It's 3 turns that will be finished, so that is quite fast. And we shall go to make sure our units up here are good. Yes, we shall go to the end of our turn. And another sip of my coffee. It is an absolutely miserable day here in Seattle. Lashing rain outside. Nothing coffee won't fix, I'm sure. Our south submarine can continue to move up. And our subs to the north, the one up on the very northern side, we shall move over and begin to assault this cruiser. Make sure this fellow is not spotted. He is not. We shall assault this cruiser again. And with this guy we shall kill this worker. Good, we can begin to move that our submarines a little closer to Tangai due to that worker being dead now. Our explorer can move into Almur. We can bomb some aliens again, but like I said, I'm not too interested in doing that. See where our other patrol boat is, or it should have come quite a way. Oh yes, here it is, just to the northwest of Farjan. Still a while off, but maybe it can regroup with this patrol boat we were building in Deep Castle. And we shall next turn. See what Changsu does on this turn. I don't think, well, I suppose if we've met them diplomatically, they know where our capital is, but I haven't seen any presence of them to the south, so I'm quite comfortable with moving our units up. Gain veterancy again on one of our units, so we shall upgrade the strength. And our submarines can continue to attack this cruiser to the northwest of Tangai. And this submarine can come in here and begin to assault Tangai as well. Hopefully that might provoke them to send a few more units, but we shall see, I guess. And my coffee pot just told me it was retiring or something there. It just made a really loud noise. So the cruiser outside of Tangai just healed. I wonder, was that a promotion? And he chose the health promotion, which can be sometimes nice, I think, if you're crazily outnumbered or something, like in dire straits, but I think 10% more damage is always better than some health. You can heal with health if you, or you can heal with time if you have patience. So Deep Castle finished our patrol boat. We shall begin to move this, and we shall actually now take control back from this patrol boat. Stop auto moving it. In Deep Castle we need to choose a new production, so we are going to begin work on the drone command. Farjan finished a worker in 4 turns, and Almur finished a recycler in 1 turn, which should up our production in Almur quite a bit. Continue to assault the Changsu units to the north of Tangai. Make sure everyone is okay. And fire again at Tangai. Our worker outside of Almur is just about to be finished, or is finished I should say, the farm that it was working on. So Almur is currently working on this tile, so I will move our worker there in preparation for building, oh, we can even build it right now, build a farm to the east of Almur. We can bomb some aliens, but again I'm not truly interested in that. So our Changsu friend would like to make peace, but this will not work for me, my friend. I think you're just losing units and beginning to worry, I think. So some coffee for the war ahead. I was giving some consideration to this central island also. Like, if we are going to have cities over here, it would make sense to maybe have an expansion also on this central island, as there only seems to be the African Union on that island at the moment, but I guess we shall see in time. That's perhaps getting ahead of myself quite a bit. So our 2 submarines can continue to attack. Won't quite kill the cruiser on this turn, but certainly damage it a lot. And our 3rd submarine can continue to bomb Tangai. Our worker outside of Deep Castle is now finished, so we shall just do a quick check where Deep Castle is working currently. Seems to be on one of these tiles here. But we have a naval unit on that at the moment, so I shall move the naval unit. Although the solar collector might be the issue there, and yes it is indeed. But that is no harm. We shall move to... I think we'll move to here. Yes, we'll need to improve this tile anyway at some point, so we may as well do it quite early. Continuing to sneak our explorer around to the south of Almur. And our 4th attack sub can continue to move up towards Changsang. We need to choose production in Almur. And again, I think we will build a drone command quite early, so it will increase our overall efficiency in these cities. Like, very much so in the early game, so yeah, that will be quite helpful. Alien life forms, 2 turns away, which will be 1 turn away now. Excuse me. So our Alphala friend to the north was a bit insulted by our food production, but that's okay. So we discovered a station. Yeah, nothing too major there. We get to develop a virtue. So I am tempted to take this to get 1 free affinity level, which I think makes a lot of sense, given that alien life forms is just about ready. So yes, indeed, we will choose this. And our free affinity level, we will take harmony.
I wonder what life was like on Earth when the whole atmosphere was breathable.
There you go. So we get to, with our affinity levels up, or level ups even, we get to upgrade some of our units. So we get to upgrade our soldier, and every upgrade you make a choice. So in this one I will take plus 15% when attacking. And for our patrol boat, it either gets 20% against naval melee units or 20% against naval ranged units. Now the ranged units I'm not too worried about, we can take them out with our subs, but the melee units, I think I will make our patrol boats designated melee unit killers, so that should work great. And our units, our explorer, first we shall move, and our 2 patrol boats, we can continue to move down to the south. And this should be our next move over here with the sub. Yes, indeed it is. We should move it up towards Zhongshan. Outside of Zhongshan, or outside of Dangai, we shall finally finish this cruiser. Our worker at Deep Castle can build a farm on this land tile. Our sub here can continue to harass Dangai. We can move our unit back down a bit and also harass Dangai. So we are level 1 affinity. We're about to get 24 affinity points, so I don't think that's quite 2 even additional levels, but we shall certainly get 1. Or 3, I should say. I don't think it's quite 3 additional levels, but we shall certainly get 2. So more AI being insulted by our weakness. I think we would certainly be on a more level playing field if I got...
alien life on our new world. Unsurprisingly, it grows, reproduces, dies, and cannot understand French.
Sorry, I didn't want to speak over the announcer, but I think if we got the same advantages...
touch a siege worm as it moves by. That will teach you all you need to know about the insignificance of humanity.
So yes, Harmony level 3 achieved. So we should get to upgrade a lot of our units now. Combat Rover, not too interested in this at the moment, but we'll go for 20% when flanking. Our gunboat can upgrade to... So I think we're going to go for sea units here, as we are going to have control the oceans essentially in this playthrough, hopefully anyway at least, so yes indeed. And our submarine gets its first upgrade. So it can either get 20% when attacking onto coast or 20% when attacking onto ocean. So again, I think we shall go with the ocean upgrade. So our subs now are going to be a formidable force to be reckoned with. We get to choose our research. So I'm not quite sure what to go for in research. I think Vivarium might be a strong choice. Ultrasonic fences, we can begin to build trade depots with ultrasonic fences. It prevents aliens from destroying them. And with our military presence on the ocean, they are the only real threat that we do have to our trade units, I would imagine. Also genetic designs might be an idea. So I think for now I will go for ecology. It's relatively quick as well. Food is always good from a vivarium. We can increase the populations of our cities a bit faster. Our explorer over here, we're going to try and sneak in again. And our sub to the south of Zhongshan can move into place. Now just to show the difference between the unupgraded and the upgraded, like we do almost twice as much damage to this cruiser. This fellow can't quite attack the cruiser, but we shall move him up and attack Dangai. And I think with our third cruiser to the north, or third submarine I should say, we shall begin to move him back down towards Dangai, or Zhongshan even, so we can assault that city more freely. Our cutters, as they are now known, can continue to move up towards the... Oh, I keep forgetting their name. The Chungsu. We can attack some aliens, but I think I will leave that for now. And next turn. Man, it's getting hot in this room. I popped the heating on for a moment and it seems to still be on. So our African Union people are becoming friends with us. Siege Worm, which is an extremely powerful unit. In the early game at least. It's not so much of a big deal in the later game. So yeah, we finished our worker in Farjan. I'm going to build a quarry on the titanium. And it gives us an additional 3 production, which is huge. Titanium is so huge in the early game. So we can't quite do that yet, but we shall choose production in Farjan. I'm tempted to begin the drone command already to get it out of the way, which I think I will actually leave for now and build a recycler instead so we get food and production. So our explorer cannot quite move onto that tile just yet. There is an alien sea dragon there, so I will skip turn for now. Our sub can move up here and hopefully get to kill on this Chungsu cutter, which it does indeed. Fantastic. Our sub moving down towards Zhongshan is in range of everything, so we should move it here and... oh, it is out of movements. And our subs up here to the north can begin moving down. This sub can move here and continue to harass their cruiser. And we are decimating their navy now, so this is fantastic. We can continue to move our cutters up towards the main force that we have around Chungsu at the moment. And yeah, next turn. It's going well. I was a bit worried when we lost that naval melee unit quite early, but submarines for the win. More AI being upset with us. I think I should be kind of worried about this lady here, although she still doesn't have any coastal cities, so I'm not overly pushed about it. And we will shortly have enough energy to purchase some more units, so yeah, we shall see. So our worker outside of Farjan is going to build a mine on the titanium. That sea dragon is still there, so I'm going to actually skip the turn again. So this sub, I think I will attack these gunners over here. I'll make sure it is not spotted. It is not. Begin to attack these gunners. We just want to decimate their defensive forces. Did a good deal of damage there, I think. This sub can finish this worker, so we can move a bit closer without being spotted. And these subs up here, you are spotted, my friend, so you need to move back a tile. You can harass this unit here, and you also can harass this unit here. So unless they manage to sneak a colonist somewhere where I did not see, I think this should be the end of the Chungsu civilization quite soon. So our first cutter moved a little closer, and our second cutter, like the movement allowance on the cutters in comparison to the submarines, especially in the early game, is a bit ridiculous, but we'll balance that out a bit later, I'm sure. So Chungsu doesn't seem to have too many naval units left. And we have met the PAC, I think they're called, yeah, Pan-Asian Cooperative. They can be quite warlike. They're not so bad. But they seem to be quite far away from us. They are over here, Tiangong, so we have a whole landmass between us and them. Or no, we don't actually, sorry. Oh wow, they're super close and they're settling near our cities. Okay, that could be an issue. But we shall not worry about it just yet. We shall try and finish this war with the Chungsu quickly. And then we shall return because I think we might need some units at home relatively soon. Veterancy gained on our 2 subs. And hopefully they can sink this cruiser this turn. It appears they can. And then we need to begin finish this ranger unit and then begin to assault Zhongshan. So how am I spotted here? There must be a unit somewhere in the water, perhaps. No, there does not appear to be. That is okay, we can move it around to the south. And our cutters need orders. We're actually just going to move them over here for now. So yes, I would, if this is going to be the PAC, we are definitely going to need to turn some of our attention and our focus over to these guys. But that said, I think we started our war so early with the Changsu that it maybe is going to work out for the best, I think. So our explorers still cannot move. There seems to be a bit of a backlog here, and I am actually sick of waiting, so I'm going to move down here and construct an expedition on the alien skeleton. Almuir, 15 turns. Not much I can do at the moment, so I'm just going to move it over here and build another farm on this empty tile, and we shall continue to the next turn. As well, in this playthrough, I don't plan on letting my foot off the gas at any stage. I plan on going like full offensive for the whole playthrough. I tend to kind of sit back and relax sometimes when I have the upper hand in this game, but I do not plan on doing it this time. Dangai can continue to be assaulted by our submarines. And over here outside of Jiangsang, we shall finish these gunners. Our submarine can... Oh, excuse me. Our submarine can... Yes, see where it is. And start attacking Jiangsang. Move our cutters up. Maybe they'll tempt some people to come out of Jiangsang. We shall see. Keep them out of city bombardment range. So you can skip your turn. Our worker here outside of Almuir can build a farm. I am really quite worried about the PAC. They can actually send a naval force at me, so yes, we need to hurry up over here with Changsu, I think. I think if we just capture both the cities at the same time, it should insta-wipe the guy out, so hopefully. LOD, the Franco-Iberians. Nice to meet you too, my friend. She can be a bit warlike, not particularly though, so I'm not overly concerned about meeting that nation so early. Submarine gained a damage bonus. Continue to attack, although on second thoughts I might actually move over here and begin to attack this cutter they have. And you can continue to bomb Jiangsang. One of our cutter units can head up here, actually both of our cutter units can head up to the north in order to capture Dangai. Our workers finished its production outside of Deep Castle, and I shall just move it on to... I plan on moving my city here next, I think. Yes, indeed, it should get... Oh no, sorry, we're going to move our city to here next and then around, so I think I shall go over here and just construct a farm. And this cutter can also begin to move up towards Dangai. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave this episode, guys. Our war with Changsu is going pretty well. We seem to have decimated most of their military force. I'm really quite concerned about the PAC here to the north east of our home location, but we shall turn our attention to those guys quite shortly, I'm sure. So yeah, again, if you have any feedback or any suggestions or comments, criticism, anything at all, do leave it down in the comment section, and I would like to thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.